Hello, everyone. My name is Marty Janeski, and along with my good buddy Ken Brown, we are your host of Local Sports Wrap-Up. Today is February 12th, the day after the Super Bowl. And Ken, how was your week? Did you catch any action on the Super Bowl, or did you hit any squares?
Yes. Super Bowl turned out really well for me. As far as I was going with the Chiefs, so even in my parlays or same game things, I had Kelsey, Mahomes,
Nice.
different things like that. So it was a good day.
It worked out?
Yeah, it worked
Put
out.
some green in your account?
Definitely.
Very nice.
And it was needed, you know. And I thought it was a good game. I think that the one thing that happened yesterday to me, Coach, the truth is, volleyball tournament. 7 a.m., Madonna. Is that Madonna? It's not Madonna. It's the one off 275 with the dome next to it. Schoolcraft College.
Schoolcraft.
And I'm there until 5:30. We win again, and now we're going to the championship. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I didn't picture this. But the girls end up losing the championship game.
Come on, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we're out of
Let's go.
here. We're running, ordering pizza and wings on the phone as we're driving home, and we caught the game. So it turned out well for Carrington's team. They did well. It was their first tournament. I don't know who chose to have it on Super Bowl Sunday, but it happened. And we got out of there and got a chance to watch the game and commercials and the whole festive feel.
I remember bowling some Masters tournaments when it was like Super Bowl Sunday. And because qualifying would be Saturday and then the finalists would be Sunday, and you'd have to go in there. And if you held on, bowled all day, you'd probably be there closest I ever got there was like 5th, 6th. But I recall being somewhere else, and it might have been a hockey tournament too. And it's like, don't you know what day this is? It's a national holiday.
Yeah.
And today should be a day off. Today, President's Day should be this Monday, not next Monday.
I agree.
Switch it around.
Yeah.
Because, I even though I got to bed early enough, I'm a little whooped. Had a practice just a little while ago. Got up around 7:30, got moving. Yeah, I whined for a little bit. I hit a square or two. Got a little bit of action. I had a three-player thing I mixed in there. I had Purdy throwing for 2 touchdowns. Well, the wide receiver threw the first one.
Yeah.
Over 1.5. I had him in the mix. I had Pacheco like over 19 receiving yards. He blew past that. And I think my third thing I got too, but I didn't get the one because
the receiver threw it.
Yeah.
You know what the saddest part is though, Coach?
They were down right on the goal line. He could have threw the second one. He really could have, but they didn't score. They kicked the field goal. Campbell would have went for it.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. And I think that looks like the way that a lot of people are going to go. I don't know if it's the analytics part of it or not. But the saddest part is we don't have football until September.
Oh, come on. Two leagues combined in the spring.
Okay.
Come on, USFL and XFL, man. They're going to be playing in the spring. There's action on that, too. You know what the best part was? That game was boring at the beginning. And Tony Romo and who was he working with? Do you remember?
Nance, right?
Nance, yeah. Putting me to sleep. So my daughter says, put it on Nickelodeon. They're having a blast over there. So I put on Nickelodeon, and it starts out, they're explaining the game like you're a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's great. And SpongeBob is doing color commentary, and they had 2 regular announcers, and then the squirrel. Who's the squirrel again? Where's her little helmet?
Oh, Rocky Bullwinkle. Rocky.
She was doing color like the sideline reporters do, and obviously all animated over the screen. It was great. It was so much more lively. Every time there were bubbles going up. The first down line was a string of pineapples. It was great. I'll watch it on Nickelodeon. I missed all the $1 Million commercials. Well, not all. Right. Saw them the first half or almost a half. We switched before the half. And we went back and saw Usher. We put on a great show. The man can move.
Yeah.
He's always been able to dance.
Yeah.
He ain't lost none of that.
No, I thought he did well.
It was a good time. My daughter enjoyed it. My wife enjoyed it. So, yeah, it was a good time. All right, where are we starting? Basketball?
Basketball.
Get all caught up on the standings from last week since we initially put the scores up last week.
Sure.
Boys, I got some girls over here.
Okay.
I know that in the standings that the girls' side, Trenton is undefeated in Downriver League play. They are 10-0. And Woodhaven is a close second at 10-1. Who do you think they lost to?
They had to lose to Trenton.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
And Carlson 8-3, and then the Bears. Our Bears at 7-4. Yeah. Fourth place currently all by themselves, 2 games ahead of fifth.
Yeah.
And only 1 game out of third. And Trenton, Woodhaven, Carlson top 3. So the Bears are right there in the mix.
Madison Hamilton, shout out.
Yeah, why not?
Edsel Ford 6-6. Looks like Allen Parks 4-8. Taylor's 3-8. Lincoln Parks 1-9. And Southgate Anderson's pulling up the basement at 1-11.
And we had, February 6th, we have results. Allen Park took care of Lincoln Park 29-17. Woodhaven took care of Taylor 55-24. We kind of expected that last week.
Yeah.
Carlson took care of Edsel Ford 57-17. Wyandotte took care of Southgate 47-13. And Trenton took care of New Boston Huron in overtime 63-57. Non-league game. Because we do only have 9 teams in our league. February 8th, Bears didn't play, but on the 9th, they lost to Woodhaven. Holy cow, 47-11. So that 10-1 is way better than our 7-4.
Yeah.
47-11. And on the girls' side, the big game tonight, where they're playing tonight, Allen Parks and Trenton, they're going to get thumped. Then let's see, Wyandotte is playing Garden City, so non-league.
Okay.
That is the 13th tomorrow. Not sure where, but you can find it on the school site. And then we go to Allen Park to do some thumping. Or we're going to be in Allen Park, one or the other. But either way, we're playing Allen Park on the 15th, which would be Thursday? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's Valentine's Day Wednesday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
Get your rose money ready.
Yeah, it's the last night of league for me, too. It's senior night. So...
And I think that it's interesting. You said that the Bears lost 47-11 to Woodhaven.
That's what I got here.
Yeah. The good news is L's worth 1 loss no matter how many points you lose by, right?
Correct.
So hopefully they can get it back together and come out of that. Now on the boys' side, Edsel Ford's 10-4.
Surprisingly leading the league, except I did just find out that there was a game added, so now Woodhaven's 10-2, so technically that puts them on top. Tied in the win column, but 2 ahead on the loss column.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, Woodhaven, 10-2. Lincoln Park still hanging in there at 9-3. And then you start getting closer to the 500 line, right?
Yeah.
Trenton 6-5. Southgate 6-6. We got Lincoln Park 5-8. Wyandotte Bears 4-9. Taylor 4-9. Carlson 2-7. And then Melvindale, I don't know if that's a 12.
0-2. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, it might be a 12. It might be 0-12. They're over.
They're over.
Melvindale hasn't won one in the league yet. But we'll see as things shake. And you said it's going from February the 6th.
Yeah, right here.
That's hockey.
Oh, that's hockey.
Yeah, going from February 6th, Edsel Ford beat Carlson 50-49. So even though Carlson is down here at 2-7, Edsel Ford only beat him by 1 point.
Wow.
So that was a good game.
They battled.
It seems like Carlson might have covered the number. Lincoln Park,
I would think.
60, Allen Park 41. So the Battle of the Parks, Lincoln Park bests them by 19. Taylor 48, Woodhaven 53.
Wow, 9-2 against 4-9. Again, they covered the spread.
Yeah, they did. And then Wyandotte beat Southgate 65-56. And then on the 8th, Edsel Ford, they shellacked Southgate 86-62. I guess they were paying back for Carlson hanging with them. And then we don't have the rest of the results from the Taylor Carlson game and the Trenton Allen Park game. But Woodhaven did beat Wyandotte on February the 9th, 65-36.
Okay. And they are, that basically they're better. Well, I mean, our Wyandotte team's 4-9 on the boys' side. So, yeah, they're getting thumped by the better teams, and they're competing with all these teams on the bottom. Yeah, makes sense.
And beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and then you got to try to get one of those wins. Now, I seen an interesting thing online, and I'll try to print it next week. It's called the D Zone. It's a website that does the basketball, and it gave you how many points the teams have scored. Like total points for Wyandotte this year is 537. It gives you a parameter of how people are scoring. And I know sometimes we look at the score and say, wow, that's a wild score. But you'll get an idea of how they're doing all year long. It's like a season total of how many points they've scored. So I'll try to bring that in to share next week.
Who they got? Who the Bears got next there, Ken?
Yeah. Well, Wyandotte's actually going to play Garden City.
Okay.
They're probably doing that in combination with the girls on the 13th. And it looks like there's another team. They play Dearborn Crestwood on today. Today they're playing Crestwood.
Interesting.
Edsel Ford's playing out of conference too. They're playing Richmond. So maybe they'll get some, we'll see where they really are. Allen Park's playing Annapolis tomorrow. Woodhaven's playing Lincoln Park. I mentioned Wyandotte plays Garden City. And then on Valentine's Day, Edsel Ford plays Crestwood. Give them a little love in their hometown there, right? And then on the 15th, you got Allen Park versus Wyandotte, Edsel Ford versus Trenton. Is that no, Trenton's down. All right, and then Carlson versus Woodhaven, Lincoln Park versus Taylor, and Southgate versus Cabrini. So we'll see if Carlson just got lucky when they lost by 1 point to Edsel Ford, because they play the new number 1 seed, which would be Woodhaven on Thursday.
And I believe last year Lincoln Park and Trenton competed for the league title.
Yeah.
So they're rebuilding. It's difficult. It's always difficult to keep. I never thought it was till this year when I'm coaching an 8-8 bowling team. And not because the girls aren't trying to knock down pins, but it's just a matter of we're not getting the results. We did bowl a tournament Saturday, and we bowled it at Thunderbowl. It's called the Regional Tune-Up. We bowled 3 team games and 4 bakers, and we were seeded 4th. Now, there were 2 schools ahead of us that aren't in our district, Westland John Glenn and Franklin. They're always at the state finals. So we beat everybody else that we needed to beat. We were ahead of Belleville. Okay. We were ahead of Woodhaven. We were ahead of Southgate. All the teams that will be in our division for the state finals next Friday. Not this Friday, the 21st, I believe. And we had a 105 baker game that kind of dragged us down. There was a point we were second because we shot 3 games, 771 twice and 730. And I had put in a girl that had been sitting a while in a 730 game, and she wasn't filling no frames. I had to yank her after like 6 frames, where the other girl that was in there then started to mark out. So we could have had another 770 easily. And those are the numbers we need to be a little higher. I kept a lot of stats. I cornered them all. We had 9 1-pin misses the first 771. You got to make those. Whether it's the corner pin or in the middle of the lane, it's a 1-pin spare. The following game, we only had 7. And then the third game, when we didn't bowl that well, we only missed 2 1-pin spares. But they missed a lot of other stuff. So it was good. We competed, and we had to bowl Woodhaven in the finals for 2 games of Baker, and they beat us. We did not bowl well. I'm not sure we can hang with the long days. 3 team games, we were already there like 3.5, 4 hours, and then we had to turn it on. And that's something that needs to be learned because it is a long day. It's a long day of sitting and bowling and socializing, and your parents are watching, and so.
So if you had 9 one-pins that you left up, right?
And then missed.
And then missed. Is that 90 points if you hit them all?
11 pins a spare, you can pretty much say. So that's 11, that's 99 more pins.
Wow.
You know.
And 771, is that a middle of the road or is that?
Well, it was pretty decent. Franklin was shooting 800s.
Okay.
They were 140 pins ahead of us when it was all said and done. We had a 105 Baker game. Franklin didn't, okay? They shot steady 150s and 160s, and they might have had a 180 in there. You know, so that hurt us, the Bakers. We kind of lost some ground when we shot that 105. But, and Franklin, that's right, they had the front 6 on one of their Baker games, and everybody was thinking they were going to shoot 300, but they didn't. But they still shot 230, I think. And that'll leap you. That'll leap you over everybody because the medium average is probably 150.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we shot better games after the 105, but the first block was terrible. It was like, I want to say it was 240. You know, you got to shoot better 2-game blocks, 3-something, 310, 320, 330.
Yeah.
And then Franklin ended up winning the tournament. They took down, Woodhaven beat us, but then they took down Woodhaven. I was looking at the results. So, I mean, go Bears. We can't win the league. We could finish 3rd. Position rounds Friday. Senior night's Friday. We'll have a big celebration. I give my seniors flowers or something.
How many seniors you got?
Just 2.
Yeah, 2. No,
They've been with me, though, for 4 years.
And I think that kind of to your point, even if you look at the Super Bowl, the difference between those teams last night was the experience. You know, as you gain experience in those situations, you get more comfortable. There wasn't a way that you didn't think that Patrick Mahomes had an opportunity. Same with those seniors, right?
Agreed.
It's not like college where you can go to the portal and pick a player.
No, there's a few high school kids I wouldn't mind transferring over to Wyandotte. On a good note, though, they bowled 3 games. They gave out awards for individual high game and individual high series. And Brooklyn Forrester, who qualified for states last year with Angelita, was a 6th overall amongst all the girls there. She started slow with 140, then she shot 200, 170 something, and she was off the number, but 6th. In regionals when we get together to bowl, they're taking top 7. So I told her today that's a very good. Believe in yourself. Believe you belong here, because last year when you made it, you didn't believe you belonged. Now look, you were 6th. Out of all them girls from Franklin, and all them girls from Westland John Glenn, all them girls from Belleville, which there's some good ones, you were 6th, okay? And they're,
Yeah.
So you fit right in there. And you started slow, I told her. You started with a $140 something. You get that out of your system and then go, So, yeah, we'll see what happens this week and next week. Bears could finish 3rd, Lady Bears. Now, the boys Bears, they got to win out, and then I think they'll win the league title or tie for it.
Okay.
I think that's what will happen. I got a few letters of intent, signing day. Ecorse had a couple of boys, a couple of their linemen. Their offensive tackle who is Bruce Fomby. He's going to an interesting college, North Carolina Central University. Know anything about that?
Very familiar.
Are you?
Yeah, North Central. My daughter goes to North Carolina A&T.
Do they play each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a historically black college. Central's in, I don't want to get the city wrong, but it's really close to Greensboro, maybe 45 minutes or so from Greensboro. I've seen them. They had the whip in softball a couple years ago.
Did they?
Yeah, a girl about 6'3", bringing it. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no.
That would be intimidating, because when she takes that stride, and theoretically she's not supposed to throw it before her foot leaves the thing, but we all know that foot's long gone from the mound before they throw it.
Yes, sir.
And the other one, the offensive lineman, Marcus Winters. from E-Course. He signed with, you might know where this is too, Community Christian College in Detroit.
Community Christian.
No?
Yeah,
that one escapes you?
He said in Detroit.
That's what it says. I stole that off of the News Herald. I'm going to give them kudos for helping us out. And one more, we have an RHS senior, Chase Klein. He signed to play football at Saginaw Valley State.
Nice.
That's a solid university.
Yeah, GLIAC all day, yeah. They play Ferris, they play Wayne State. They play probably Northwood. You know, they're in that Grand Valley.
Midland Dow maybe too and all that.
Yeah. Well, Midland's Northwood.
My buddy way back in the day from Lincoln Park, when we graduated, he went to Northwood.
Yeah, that's in Midland.
He had some issues up there though. He ended up getting cut off the team.
I can see that happening.
Something about ripping a water. What are they? The water fountain. Ripped it right off of the wall in the school.
Oh my
and
God.
a fit of rage.
Yeah,
Think about how the drinking fountain itself.
Now that water's just coming out.
Yes, it was
making
ugly.
a mess.
They kicked them out of school.
Yeah, I bet. I got some hockey notes.
Cool.
Okay. Bishop Foley actually beat Southgate 7-1. Plymouth beat Carlson 7-0. Trenton beat Southgate 8-0. The difference in shots, Trenton took 37 shots to get those 8 goals. Southgate only got 3 shots on goal.
That's
tough.
Either Trenton's so dominating, they're skating all over them, or they're just blocking a lot of shots too. Shot attempts and shots are a different thing. But you know what? That goalie had to work out for Southgate. He'll get better because of that. He'd be like,
stand on his head.
Help me.
He can't stop blinking. Either way. Oxford beat Southgate 5-0. Carlson actually beat Cabrini 5-3. Country Day beat Carlson 5-0. And Wyandotte beat Southgate 6-3.
Nice.
And on Valentine's Day, Carlson actually plays University of Liggett, Grosse Pointe Liggett. And then Grosse Ile is going to play Southgate on February 15th.
Well, speaking of hockey, we got Allen Park's Athlete of the Week. And we don't mind talking about Allen Park. I do a lot of work for Allen Park.
And they're downriver. So
Their Athletes of the Week are from hockey, and it is Logan Gent and Bobby Lays.
All right.
They are the Athletes of the Week. I don't know why. They must have scored some goals in those games.
Yeah, they must have did pretty good. I got a little Matt
action, a lot of district action going on last weekend.
Yeah.
Wrestlers everywhere.
Man, guys are grappling all over the place. But Southgate Wrestling, they had 5 wrestlers become downriver champs.
Nice.
Sparrow Sentis, Jackson Sage, Isaac Warshia, Henry Feller, Habib Majid, and Sean King. So they had a good representation.
They were the district champs then, moving on to regionals?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. They called them downriver champs in this article, but I'm sure that would have been districts and other, because guess what? We got some Bears.
Yeah, the Bears are moving on.
Yeah.
I think it's a little correlation there. We have a couple of, the paper said 9, but we got 5, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know that we've got about 5 minutes left there,
Yep.
Ken. So
And we got Gabe Gibbons at 138. He's 44-4 on the year, so
nice.
Gabe's doing really well. Noah Allman, 150 pounds. He was district runner-up.
Nice.
Gabe actually won the district, so he was the
Won his
district
match.
winner. That's
Okay.
correct.
And for those that don't know, it comes down to the final 4. They all get to make it to the next level, and then you either finish first or second or third or fourth, because you play each other and then they play each other and the 2 losers play each other. And yeah, so for those that don't know.
Yeah. Also want to give Noah Allman, 150 pounds, the district runner-up. Steve Anderno, 215-pounder. He actually made it to the regionals as well. Zach Allman, 285.
285.
Big fella.
Two
big
of us.
guy.
Me and you combined might not be 285.
No, I think we are. Yeah, we're beating that
I'm
pretty good.
2/3 of the way there myself.
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah. And,
then I'm at 485.
yeah. Those two combined. Anyway, Zach Allman was the 285, and then you had Ben Dimmer. 190 pounds.
Very nice.
Yeah, so no, there's a bear sighting in the wrestling room.
Nice. On a side note, the Wyandotte Braves. If you missed it yesterday, they had registration. Now, March 6th at the Copeland Center from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Get your kid, boy or girl, signed up for Little League. By the way, they take kids from other cities. That never happened in the past, but they will take the Lincoln Park, Ecorse, Rouge kids that really don't have Little League, get them into Wyandotte. It's a good program. And Mike Mahalik runs the show there. And it's 9 to 2 at the Copeland Center. And if you happen to miss that, you will have until March 26th to get signed up. But I wouldn't wait that long. And I don't know if online signing is available, but probably could get online and just look up the Wyandotte Braves on their site. They know they have the site for that. Yeah. And get your kids signed up. There were like 300 and something last year. Yeah. And that's down from when our kids were kids. But
and my son played last year. And my daughter played Wyandotte Braves softball.
Oh, yeah.
And they both were great experiences. So, yeah, I agree 100%.
You want them to play travel, you know what? Play rec league too. Get them as many at-bats and as many situations that ball hits to you, what they're supposed to do with it.
No, you can't.
So we have to wrap up. We've let our half hour expire. So I want to say, any plans for this week?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'll be at a bowling alley. Imagine that. If I got to miss my league for the school kids, that's probably a good thing. Anyway, I'm Marty Chinesky. That's Ken Brown. We are happy to be your host, and we will see everybody next week. Get a hold of us, localsportswrapup@gmail.com. Funny, I put that site, all I get is emails from Caesars now because I put that email as the site. But no, let us know about your son or daughter or nephew or, the letters of intent if they're the athlete of the week, and we will take care of it. Ken, I'll see you in a week.